This morning star Josie Gibson, 38, was the first star to meet the former politician as the pair were dropped into the Australian outback for the first time ever in the show's history as they were forced to endure some painful small talk. Josie Gibson couldn't resist making a dig at Nigel Farage minutes into "I'm a Celebrity" this evening. The This Morning star, 38, was the first star to meet the former politician as the pair were dropped into the Australian outback for the first time ever in the show's history. Forced together in the searing heat, Josie made some painful small talk with the controversial GB News host as she admitted she was already regretting taking part in the show. "I thought this was a good idea until they dropped us off in the middle of nowhere. I've never been so petrified," she confessed. In response, Farage quipped, "It's something different in life, it's an adventure. It's a challenge, it's not going to be easy, but why not?" Not missing a beat, Josie remarked, "It can't be worse than Brexit." Chuckling, Farage said, "Oh, didn't take long did it?" "Didn't take long. I had a feeling we'd get a bit of that." Awkwardly laughing herself, Josie commented, "Only joking." The pair were later joined by Nella Rose and the trio soon noticed that there was a button to call for assistance, which reached hosts Ant and Dec. "Welcome to the Australian outback," Dec replied. "For now, it's just the three of you. Your fellow celebrities are 2,000 miles away on the Gold Coast." Ant added, "The other celebrities will be trying to win stars for the first meal in camp. However, how much time they have to do that will be down to you three. You'll now take on challenges to win tokens. The more tokens you win, the more time they'll have." Josie, Farage and Nella all jumped into a jeep to make their way to the first challenge, with Farage opting to drive. He asked, "Where's the handbrake?" prompting Nella to scream in shock. "What do you mean where's the handbrake? We're finished." Things may get a little awkward in camp when the trio eventually join the rest of the celebrities, including First Date star and maitre d' extraordinaire Fred Sirieix, who has already voiced his vehement dislike of Farage online. Meanwhile, Jamie Lynn Spears has already proved to be a bit of a headache for IMA celebrity bosses after refusing to take part in media chats prior to entering the jungle. While it is not required by their contract to speak to journalists ahead of starring on the ITV show, it is incredibly rare for a celebrity to not do so. A TV source told The Mirror, "It is disappointing Jamie Lynn would NT speak to journalists out in Australia. She kept her head down at Brisbane Airport, which is fair enough after a long flight, but it is highly unusual to not take part in the media chats whilst waiting to go into camp this week. In fact, it is almost unprecedented, and even Boy George took part last year when he has rarely done interviews for a decade. The last contestant we can remember to refuse to do the pre-show interviews was David Jest, and that was back in 2006. It is not a great sign if you are hoping Jamie Lynn is going to be hugely talkative on the show and give up lots of goss about Britney. Hopefully she finds her voice in camp.